So why did I give my dog away? We'll explain in this video, so stay tuned. I have lots of information ahead. Did you know that 1 in 25 people this year will have major surgery? That's a lot of us, so let's do this together. I'm Chris Lopez, and this is Bionic Living. So welcome back to my spinal fusion recovery videos. This is the third video I have made. It is a part 2 of 3 video series getting you ready to recover or getting you through your recovery of your spinal fusion. This is not medical advice. This is anecdotal information that I'm giving from my own personal experience. And I think I did a pretty good job getting through the trials and tribulations of my ALIF, PLIF, L5, S1 spinal fusion. It is getting to the end of April, so that means I am getting to my 7th month of recovery since my surgery back in September of 2020. Today, I feel great. I feel like when I make these videos, I'm feeling pretty good. But I will tell you, yesterday before I went to work, I did not feel good. I was grumpy. I was not in a good mood. My coworkers definitely noticed the difference. So again, it's ups and downs through this recovery process, even at 6 to 7 months. So be ready for that. But I will tell you, I do not regret having this surgery, and I feel better and better day by day. I like to think it's kind of like maybe investing, where there's days where your investments are accruing a lot of interest and gaining a lot of ground, but then there's some days where they lose some. So I compare this to that, you know? You're gonna feel really good for some days, and then you're gonna have some setback days. So be prepared. So in today's video, we will be covering part 2 of my spinal fusion tips and tricks, and that will be preparing to ask for help. So in my thumbnail, in the beginning of this video, I did say I gave away my dog. And that's the first section we'll be covering for getting you ready to ask for help. So the first thing you need to think about is who is dependent on you. Whether it's like me and it's your dog, whether it's plants, whether it's cats, maybe it's children, maybe it's other family members, maybe it's your husband, your wife, your life partner. Whatever you need to do to make sure that anyone who is dependent on you, you gotta take care of that stuff before the surgery is performed, because you're only gonna be able to worry about yourself and you're gonna have to get help from others. So I did give my dog away. For about 3 to 4 weeks after my spine fusion, I was blessed to have a friend who has watched him before. She loves dogs. So a huge thank you goes out to my friend who watched Tucker so I could recover. It was crucial to my recovery, and I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, I had to make sure that my dog was taken care of because I wanted to make sure the people that were taking care of me didn't have to worry about taking him out for walks, figuring out how I would feed him, figuring out how I would walk him. And if you stay to the end of the video, I have some great tips for you dog owners out there that will be going through a spinal fusion to help you take care of your dog when he does come back into your life, if you did have to, you know, give him away or find someone else to take care of him during that time. So that's section 1 of preparing to ask for help, is making sure whoever is dependent on you is taken care of. I don't have kids, so I don't know, you know, who else you might have to ask to help with them. But I'm gonna get into the next section, and I think that's gonna help you decide what you need to do if you have dependents who are people. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I didn't have to worry about that as a single middle-aged man. So the second thing you need to think about is who is gonna take care of you. So when I was getting prepared to schedule my surgery and getting prepared to have the mindset that yes, I am having major surgery, I had to stop being independent, which I love, and ask family members and friends for help. So my schedule started out with 2 weeks. My mom flew from out of town and took 2 weeks of vacation and stayed in my home. I'm lucky to have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo in Chicago. So she stayed in my house, and she had to do my cooking, my cleaning, any errands, laundry, assistance, because you can't bend, lift, or twist for the first 6 to 3 months after this procedure. So my mom was crucial, thank you mom, to getting me through those first couple weeks. Then during the pandemic, I was able to have friends who were working remotely come and stay with me as well. So I had my girlfriend and her boyfriend come in town for 2 weeks after my mom. And again, they did cooking, cleaning, grocery store runs. My dog actually came back for those few weeks because they felt comfortable enough to take care of him. And they did a really good job. Everyone who took care of me did a really good job. But I didn't want to put the stress on too many people for too long of amount of time, so I had people change schedules. And this is where I'm coming in with, if you have kids or a significant other, I wouldn't put all the stress and all the responsibility on your significant other, your husband, your wife, your life partner, because it's a lot, especially if you have children. So you're gonna have to go outside that immediate circle of your family inside the home and ask your mom, ask your mother-in-law, ask brothers, sisters, friends to come and help, maybe even come and stay, because it is crucial and allows you as the patient to be hands off and just be able to sleep when you need to sleep, be medicated when you need to be medicated, and you stay sustained through the food and the care that these people are giving you. So the 2 weeks after my girlfriend and her boyfriend took care of me, I had another friend come in town for another week working remotely, and it was great. I mean, it was a really good time with these people too. I was able to, hang out with them, a lot of quality time. It was during the pandemic, so once we got here, we took all the protocols to keep each other safe because vaccinations weren't a thing at that point. So yes, I think some risk was taken, but it had to be in order for me to be successful in my recovery. So to circle all the way back around, 2 weeks with my mom, 2 weeks with my girlfriend and her boyfriend. Tucker came back, my dog. Then my friend who was coming in town for week 5 wasn't comfortable doing the care for both me and my animal. So my friend took the dog back and was able to take care of Tucker for another few weeks. Again, just making things hands off, easy as pie. My mom came back for the 6th week at the end before my 6-week appointment for my surgeon. And for her, it was kind of nice because she saw me struggle those first 2 weeks. The pain I was having was insane. So having her come back at that 5 to 6 week point was great because I felt good because she saw me feeling good, and she was able to know that I was proceeding forward, doing pretty well. So the third part of this asking for help tutorial is asking for help from your place of work. You're gonna have to make sure that you take the time off that you need, that you adjust the way you work in your position to make sure that you're safe and sound to have a job to return to, and make sure that you have the time off so you can heal. Co-workers are gonna reach out as well. Let me say that again. Co-workers are gonna reach out as well to assist you. So if you take anything away from this video, what I want you to remember is don't deny help, accept the help because you're gonna need it. So before I was taking off work, many people at my place of employment were asking, how can I help? Can I do something? And I said, maybe not in the beginning, but eventually I may need your help. So I'm gonna phone that in. I had a really good friend from work who would stop by with food to send, cards and notes, just to keep me inspired to continue my healing. And she was great. She was really, really great in all the help she had. So it's nice to have people in your corner, and it's nice to get work squared away to know that you have a specific amount of time off where you don't have to stress about anything work related. You only stress about your healing, and you know you have a job to return to. Now there's many different ways that you can request work off. You have to talk to your employer about that, your human resource department, and see what works with your company. Even when I was starting to return to work, I still ask for help, even today, because I'm still in a lot of pain. I'm not feeling 100. So I make sure that I only accept roles and responsibilities that I know that I can handle. And my place of work has been great to accommodate that and allow me to slowly crescendo back in to working at 100%. So thank you to them. I was blessed to have so many people to help me, from watching my dog to coming and staying with me and being my in-home duenna, in-home nanny, post-op nanny, Bionic living nanny. And then the third is in my place of work was very helpful. So that, filled that pie I needed for this portion of the recovery of tips and tricks, is asking for help. And I accepted all the help that I could get. And that's the takeaway from this. Accept the help, receive the help. Do not deny the help. Even if your ego says otherwise, this is not about your ego right now, this is about your health. So really, really accept the help that people are offering you. So we're gonna get into the final portion. This is a little bit of a quicker video, which is great, right? Of some dog owners' tricks. So when you're getting your dog back and you wanna start walking your dog, because you gotta walk, I have just a couple quick tricks for you to make sure that you're safe and sound when dealing with dogs. So for you dog owners who keep your dog around, maybe you want to walk your dog throughout your recovery period, it's my recommendation. What I did is I didn't really walk my dog until the 6-week point, because I was afraid if he saw a squirrel or pulled me on the leash, that something might happen to my fusion site. And also, I didn't want to have to worry about taking him out. I wanted to sleep when I needed to sleep, and I wanted to put myself first. So it was great to have a friend who took care of him. And it was great to have friends who took care of him when they stayed here. But at week 6, the dog came back. So this is for you dog owners out there recovering from a spinal fusion. And I covered how to get the food divvied up to keep it into your weight limit last video, so check that out. I'll put a link at the end of my video for that one. But what I did is I went on Amazon and got a pooper scooper, okay, with Teflon on it. And I got this because you can't bend, lift, or twist, and how in the heck are you gonna pick up your dog's poop? And the first time I took him out without this, he pooped, I got caught, and the people weren't too happy about it. So I made sure to figure something out quickly. The next thing I got was a yoga strap that I had, and I wasn't using it. So I just put that onto the pooper scooper. Let me do that here. I should have probably done it ahead of time, but I didn't. And you just put that on. Come on. All right. And there you go. You just got your nice little to-go pooper scooper. So when you're walking the dog, you can just put this on your back with your back brace, and the dog poops, you just take this off. You maintain your body straight so you don't BLT. You bend down, you pick up the poop, find a local trash can, throw it away. With that Teflon coating on the edge, it slides right off. And then you have this to put back on, so you don't have to worry about carrying it. And it's just almost like a gunslinger effect here. So a couple other things when walking the dog that I got are over here. I got from Amazon. I think it's like a shock absorber from your leash. I think a lot of people get this when they're training their dogs to walk. Mine walks at a heel, so that's pretty good. But this has, a little give to it. So if you're afraid of the dog pulling and you disrupting your fusion site, this gives a little shock absorbing. Amazon. Okay. And what I mainly used was just a really, really long leash that I would keep looped up. And so as the dog would pull or anything, I would just kind of let it out so I wouldn't have to ruin anything from my surgery. So this was like a 30-foot leash. It was a bit much. I just happened to have it, but it was nice to have a really long leash so I could just let him go a little bit if he pulled at me. But again, if you have a really well-trained dog, it wasn't too bad. But I was prepared anyway. And the final thing that you're going to need when you get your dog out is dog treats, okay? Because that's how you're gonna keep your dog close. That's how you're gonna keep your dog paying attention to you so he doesn't injure you when you're trying to walk him after your spinal fusion. So we got the nice pooper scooper. This one was clutch with the strap, so you don't have to bend for that poop. The treats to keep the dog alert, and then different ways to set up your leash. So this wasn't really about preparing to ask for help, but this was a little added bonus tip for you dog owners recovering from a spinal fusion. So to come back around, I want to review that number one, you got to deal with your dependents. Who's going to watch your pets? Who's going to take care of your pets? Who's going to help with your children? Who's going to help with other family members that maybe you were taking care of before the surgery? Number two, you got to ask your friends and family for help. You got to get someone in the house to take care of you so you feel comfortable and you're able to just sleep, eat, and heal, okay? And number three, you got to talk to your place of work and make sure that you get help from them to have the time off you need, to have the adjustments of what you got to do. And the people there are also going to reach out and want to help you, trust me. And it was all crucial to my healing and really, really allowed me to get through this bionic living, the first portion of it, pretty easily. So thank you to everyone who helped me, and stick around for my next video, probably in about a week, for part 3 of spinal fusion tips and tricks. Have a great day. All right.